We're back, and it's now time to play Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis. Let's see how we do. Here we go. Here we go. There. Tammy and Jeff are facing me today. Here we go. Anatomy. For the kids. Trivia. Saintly cities. Congress, and finally, 1960. All right. I'll start things off with anatomy for 100. A biped has two of these, since that's what biped means. What are feet?
You are correct.
200. Anatomy. Cephalic means relating to this part of the body. What is the brain?
Sorry?
No. Oh, the head. Oh,
You are
alright.
correct.
Alright. Blood component, also known as leukocytes. What are white blood cells?
You are correct.
Anatomy for 400. Tied for first place right now. Skin color is mainly determined by the amount of this dark brown pigment. What is melanin?
You are correct.
Anatomy for 500. By age 5, this 3-pound organ has reached 90% of its adult weight. What is the brain?
You are correct.
Now is the time for it. Congress 100. Thomas Philip O'Neill's nickname. What is tip?
You are correct.
Let's have Congress for 200. When it was established in 1800, it started with a $5,000 book budget. Timmy. Wrong.
Sorry?
Nope.
Sorry? No correct response?
Oh, the Library of Congress. Alright. Congress for 300. The length in years of a senator's term. What is 6 years?
You are correct.
Congress for 400. Treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors are all grounds for this. Wrong.
Sign.
Wrong.
Sign. No correct response.
Impeachment. Alright. Oh, daily double. I'll just do 500 because I don't feel too confident about this. The first was a 9-year-old boy appointed by Webster and Clay.
Sign.
I have no idea.
No correct response.
Oh, a page. Alright. But I still have $1,000, so I'm still in the lead. For the kids, 100. Number in common to blind mice, bags of wool, and men in a tub. What is 3?
You are correct.
For the kids, for 200. He was the sleeping sheep and cow herder. It was Little Boy Blue.
You are correct.
For the kids, 300. Show which features Alistair Cookie's Monster Piece Theater. What is Sesame Street? Oh, foopity foop.
You are correct.
For the kids, for 400. Janet and Mark have replaced this classic reading primer pair. Who are Dick and Jane?
You are correct.
This fairy tale cat could fill JR's shoes. Who is Puss in Boots?
You are correct.
Alright. Let's have 1960 for 100. The U.S. won gold in this Olympic event with Oscar Robertson and Jerry West. What is basketball?
You are correct.
200. Lerner and Loeb musical that provided the theme for the Kennedy years. What is Camelot?
You are correct.
1960 for 300. He supplied the key to the Oscar-winning apartment. Who's Jack Lemmon?
You are correct.
1960 for 400. Sedentary demonstration against lunchroom segregation. What is a sit-in?
You are correct.
Let's have 1960 for 500. Commoner Princess Margaret married. Who is Anthony Armstrong Jones?
You are correct.
Alright. St. Louis City's for 100. Minneapolis is twin. It's the capital of Minnesota. What is St. Paul?
You are correct.
St. Louis City's for 200. California Mission Town, which is the annual destination for famed swallows. What is San Juan Capistrano?
You are correct.
St. Louis City's for 300. The 8th most populous city in the world. It was once the capital of Brazil. What is Sao Paulo?
You are correct.
St. Louis City's for 400. Capital of the Dominican Republic and reputed site of Columbus's tomb. What is Santo Domingo?
You are correct.
St. Louis City's for 500. The poshest of all ski resorts. What is St. Moritz?
You are correct.
Trivia 100. The world's most destructive insect. A large swarm will eat 20,000 tons of food a day. What is a locust?
You are correct.
200. When it was rung for Chief Justice John Marshall's funeral, it cracked. What is the Liberty Bell?
You are correct.
300. Kingdom that Khrushchev couldn't visit on a 1959 U.S. trip. What is Disneyland?
You are correct.
Dr. Seuss's egg-hatching elephant who is faithful 100%. Who is Horton?
You are correct.
Last clue before we go to Double Jeopardy. In 1984, it spent the night in a parking lot before heading to the LA Coliseum. What is the Olympic torch?
You are
So I
correct.
have $7,000. Tammy has minus 400. Jeff has minus 600. So let's go ahead and get ready to start playing the round of...
Double Jeopardy.
Here goes. 2 daily doubles in these 6 categories.
Your category.
TV, namesake, inventions, generals, water sports, and finally begins with the letter L. Alright, I think I'll begin there. Begins with L for 200. Eric Siegel's biggest bestseller. What is Love Story?
You are correct.
Alright, 400. An air bubble tells a carpenter if he's on it. What's a level?
You are correct.
Begins with L for 600. Unit of measure equivalent to 1.0567 quarts. What is a liter?
You are correct.
Begins with L for 800. A, B, M, P, or Z, for example. What are letters? What is a letter?
You are correct.
Begins with L for 1000. It's what bread has that matzo hasn't. What is leavening?
You are correct.
Generals for 200. Presidents Hayes, Garfield, and Benjamin Harrison were all generals in this war. What is the Civil War?
You are correct.
Generals for 400. General who told Congress in 1951 there is no substitute for victory. Who is Douglas MacArthur?
You are correct.
Generals for 600. Generals Lee, Sherman, Grant, Pershing, and Patton have all had a type of these named after them. What's a tank?
You are correct.
Generals for 800. Though not even a U.S. citizen, he was made a major general in the American Army at age 20. Who was John Paul Jones?
Sorry.
It's not the one. Yeah. Boopity boop. Oh, Marquis de Lafayette.
You are correct.
It is generally believed that gunpowder was invented in this country. What is China?
You are correct.
Inventions for 400. Got the daily double. And I'll bet it all. Himself blind, he modified a military secret code to invent writing for the blind. Who is Braille?
You are correct.
Willis Carrier's 1902 invention. What is the air conditioner?
You are correct.
Inventions for 800. Not surprisingly, he invented the disposable blade safety razor. Ooh, excuse me. Who is King Gillette?
You are correct.
And inventions for 1000. Though his name is also associated with blades, he invented the electric shaver. Who is Schick?
You are correct.
General Curtis LeMay was this man's running mate in 1968. Oh, George Wallace. That's right.
You are correct.
So Jeff is up to $1,200. We have 3 categories left. At Cypress Gardens, it's done on water, not snow. What is skiing?
You are correct.
Let's do water sports for 400. Fishing from a moving boat. Oh, trolling.
You are correct.
Stuffed toy named for President Roosevelt. What is a teddy bear?
You are correct.
Namesakes for 400. Oh, okay, we're good. Sorry. Thin down perfume was first made in this German city. What is cologne?
You are correct.
To protect against hoop skirts, this magazine editor gave her name to women's pantaloons. Oh, Amelia Bloomer, I think. Yeah, alright.
You are correct.
Wild West gambling game named for the Egyptian kings on old playing cards. What is Pharaoh?
You are correct.
Namesakes for 800. For 1,000, I mean. My bad. Eleanor Porter heroine whose name is synonymous with an unrealistic optimist. Who's Pollyanna?
You are correct.
Olympic sport once called water ballet. Oh, synchronized swimming.
You are correct.
Well, Tammy's out of the hole now and has a little bit of cash. Oh, the other daily double. Gonna go 1,000. He's gone from Chachi in Milwaukee to Charles in Charge, and it's Scott Baio.
You are correct.
Scott Baio, yeah. In He and She, Richard Benjamin was he, and this actress, his wife, was she. Oh, Paula Prentice.
You are correct.
Branch of the service where Major Dad serves. What is the Marines?
You are correct.
State Dick Loudon's Inn is in. What is Vermont?
You are correct.
Thursday night stars Felicia, Ayers Allen, and Judith Light both came from this soap. What is One Life to Live?
You are correct.
The title of this 1963 instrumental hit, Wipeout, refers to this sport. What is surfing?
You are correct.
The name of the yacht immortalized after winning the 100 Guinea Cup away from England in 1851. Nope.
Sorry.
Oh, the Americas. That's right.
You are
So Tammy has 2,600, Jeff has 1,200, and I have $29,400. Category for Final Jeopardy is food. I'm gonna do just 600 only. Actually, no, I'll go all in. I know it. For the Greek word for leaf, these leaf-like sheets of pastry are used to make baklava. What is phyllo?
No correct.
Oh yeah. So Jeff goes up to 1,400, Tammy goes up to 4,800, and I go up to $58,800. We'll wrap it up for this segment. I will see you all for that next one right after this.